Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hello, and hello, good people. How are you guys doing? It is your girl, Dr. Worlds, coming live to you still from California, and hope all is well with everybody. I'll start by saying that I'm not in the best of moods, so if I sound like a Debbie Downer, my apologies, okay? I'm not going to be here long at all. I hope everybody, in spite of the circumstances, is doing well mentally, physically, and spiritually to the best of your ability, okay? Keep on fighting, keep on standing, keep on believing, keep on hoping. Just don't ever give up. Just don't ever give up. If you are here for the very first time, welcome. If you are somebody that come and spend a block, sit in and chat with your girl, Dr. Worlds, welcome back. I'm going to ask you kindly to please share this. Somebody, it helps serve two purposes, which are very much so needed. For one, it helps me beat the algorithm. It tells this machine that this video should be shown in people's timelines and people's feeds by you simply sharing, which is free, and it don't cost you no time either. Okay, so that's number one. It also helps me reach the people that I'm supposed to reach, the people that didn't pray for me and I didn't pray for them. Help me reach the people that is looking for the information, the transformation, the knowledge, the insight, the opportunity that I will be sharing on this live. So if something that I am sharing on this live is not for you, it could just be very much so well for somebody that you know. So if you don't mind taking 30 seconds to share, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. It will help me get the good news out to the people. And, it'll help the people that I'm supposed to be attracting and gathering with to find me as well. Okay? That being said, I want to say this. I don't know if people understand warfare, but I want to break down what it is. That way, if you are experiencing it or you will experience it at some point in your life, you will be at least a little enlightened about exactly what it is. And there's no other greater way than for me to share. And the reason why I'm sharing is so you'll understand what I'm going to offer, the reason why I'm going to offer it, and what's really going on. Okay? So, about a month and a half ago now, I'm still not at liberty to state names, to admit certain, scenarios, because then, hold on, let me make sure. Hello, beautiful. Hi. Because then, people that are connected to me on my page will know certain whereabouts, certain details that just cannot be shared. I will say this, as I have been saying, I live in Texas. I came down here on a rescue mission. I gave y'all insight about what that looked like. It was a life threatening situation involving somebody closer to me than my skin. Okay. And it's been a hell of a ride, y'all. I don't know if I want to cry, if I'm just numb. I don't know right now. So I told y'all from the get go, okay? I'm going to press and get through this as fast as I possibly can because I don't want to hold you and take up too much of your time. But this is the way that I need to explain it. And hopefully, if you have discernment, you will read it between the lines. You'll put the picture together. So we came here because this person eyes were shut. They had been being harmed for a little bit over a year. So we uprooted. We knew what that required. We planned well to be able to be down here for a minute until we removed them from the danger and then put them in a place of safety, which we have been able to maneuver and move around. Okay, it has not been easy. This person that we're dealing with is, I, I hate to say it, I hate to call any human being, even though it is a reality. I hate to call any human being a devil, but this is a devil. This is a convicted, criminally convicted devil. And tracking and monitoring and all these devices that we have that just gives people access to know your location, your whereabouts. It's a dangerous thing. So we've been moving around and I have kept you guys up to date, you know, as far as that to the best of my ability because again, this is somebody closer to me than my skin, and we have mutual people on my pages. Okay, so we have to keep a very low profile if you women catch my drift when it comes to these type of situations. When you have, more than one or two children, the places, the safe places that you should be able to go to that our taxpaying dollars fund, you know, um, they're full and don't have room and different things of that sort. Just moving and going from place to place, you know, put up in cities and other places, you know, that is very costly. And you guys do know the warfare that came with me coming on that rescue mission. And even though I came on that one rescue mission, there was another mission God wanted me to first of all see and then do. When we first got here on this territory out here in California, okay, and I'm explaining to you warfare so you understand what's happening. Um, First got here, the whole tire just went pow for whatever reason. We don't even know. New tires, not even 4 days old, and one just decides while we're driving to just flatten. Okay, that was the first issue. We got that taken care of. That cost us, right? It was in the nighttime. We're making sure this person is safe for the night. The children is safe, warm, fed, and then we're driving back to our destination, our hotel, and this happens. So we have to have people come and help us, put a spare on, and then go to the nearest Walmart because that's where we got the tires from when we left. And just because it's Walmart don't mean that it's cheap. Them tires was every bit of 300, okay, per tire, new tire. So We got a warranty on it. Took the tire to the tire shop, and this was my first like encounter. I'm originally from the West Coast. The area that I'm in, I grew up here, literally. Okay. And when we got into the store and we told them, hey, we need a tire, we just got a warranty, you can look up our information, whoop de whoop. The first thing they asked us after we explained what we were there for, the first words that came out of their mouth is, so you're coming here for a refund on a tire? And it was very embarrassing. It's like, where did you get refund from? I have never even seen anybody come and get a refund for a tire in my life. And if we was gonna get a refund, we would get a refund on all four tires, not one. And then when we got, because I recorded it, told them y'all gonna go viral today. Being racist, when we first pulled up, it was something. The man was out there hollering at people like we were his children. I'm almost 50. We don't do that here. Wait a minute, we already talked to somebody on the phone that told us to come over here before we came over here. So that was the situation. And then out in California, they have these, it's real heavy with a lot of theft. Okay? The skimmers on not just gas pumps, but when you go into the store and you thinking you're going into the store and you're transacting with these Indians, I won't call it what it is. At these 7-Elevens, these name brand stores that you wouldn't expect for you to stick your card in there and then all of a sudden your account is got transactions everywhere, right? So you have to be very careful when you're out here at any store because you never know which one is being ethically and which one is not, and they be in on it. You can go look it up on TikTok and YouTube. They didn't went in and busted them, pulled the skimmers off right in front of them because they know what they look like, and then the people just like, I didn't even know that was there. It's like, yes you did. So I don't even think we were here 4 days before. Now, let me go back and explain, right? We have some projects that we're working on in Texas. Whenever you're buying a house, buying land, acquiring some type of asset, you have to have some seasoned money. You can't have money going into an account, it has to sit there and be seasoned. You can't have no deposits, can't have no withdrawals. If you do every single transaction, you're going to have to give a statement about. You're going to have to say why you withdrew it, why, what did you need it for, provide receipts. It is a headache. You can't use your credit, okay, until the process is complete. So we got a situation going on where we're making moves back down in Texas, but we come here on a 911 emergency assignment. But in the middle of this, I'm paying attention to what in the hell has happened to California? Where are the black people? Where are the white people? What we got going on here? And it's so blatant that you can't help but to notice it. It's like, what happened to the people that was here before I left? Not to say that California has not always been a melting pot. It have. We grew up with Cambodians, okay? We grew up with Chinese. We grew up with, Hawaiians, Samoans. We grew up with, it was a melting pot. But when you come here, you don't see you nowhere. And then you don't see what you familiar with seeing nowhere. And other foreign people have come in and taken over a whole entire city. It's like, what in the world is going on? And they are in positions of power. They own the hotels. They running it up. When I say running it up, it's no longer you go and rent a hotel and that includes parking. No, parking is separate. On the property that you didn't pay $150 to $200 per night to be able to stay at. Then they got incidentals. Incidentals is if you want water from downstairs or candy from downstairs. You don't, it's not optional. It's mandatory. And that's per night. So they out here running it up. Real talk. Ain't no compassion, ain't no none of that. We here 4 days. Chase Bank put $1 million fraud hold on my account because some transactions were made, fraudulent transactions, of course, were made to purchase Bitcoins using these little Bitcoin machines at these convenience stores. So you can't access your money till they investigate whatever kind of investigation they got to investigate. That takes a while. And I'm not the only one. When I shared it, there was somebody who said, this is happening to my mom from the same exact bank as we speak. I had another sister that I've known for years in Atlanta said this same exact thing. Chase did this to my dad's account. So we have no access to funds unless we trying to go through these little cash apps and hook up a Uber or a Lyft card to use that because we have an account where can't nothing go in it until the process is done. Then we got another account where Chase wants to freeze my money. It is unheard of. I don't even understand how. I do understand. I'll take that back, Lord. I take that back. I do understand. I'm giving y'all the explanation of what's happening, warfare, what has been described and revealed to me. So we got that situation going on. Then I think 3 days later from that, the car just boop, not working, nothing, nada. We out in another state. We got vehicles at home. We can't bring all those vehicles we came on a rescue assignment. So we can't even get access to our other vehicles. Can't get access to our funding. This car is stripping. We out here stranded. It's raining cats and dogs. We got little children that we have to take care of, right? Not only do we have to take care of, they require special treatment. They require special attention because of their developmental delay. I don't put no labels on my kids, right? So you'll see me trying to find other words. Not that I'm absconding the truth, but facts don't make it true. That may be the doctor's facts. Yes, they have this. But my truth is they are developing in God's timing until they are 100% complete, period. Okay? But they do require special attention, special food. They don't eat everything. Sensory is everything for them. So we out here just no access to our account. Car is we have no way of getting around. Just a hellhole, literally. In the midst of this, I'm seeing a greater need. So I start making moves. Okay, I see that it's not a lot of not only us, but it's not a lot of the Caucasian people out making moves. So we put together something Well, we go and educate them for free and give them the game, empower them so they don't get left behind, so they don't just, be erased, replaced, so they not just dependent upon the government. If you catch my drift, we got a whole entire situation going on. And the people are in great expectation to learn because they're struggling. So, boom, we got to still be able to move around because we got a person that is, you know, finding out whereabouts and having people record people, whereabouts. It's a lot. In the midst of all of this, I have been watching a specific group of people that have literally just taken over out here. How they move. I had to catch an Uber when the car was down. I'm in the car. I'm listening to they buying cars for they putting their mama on, their brother on, they putting everybody on. Cool. Okay, hold on 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this timer on because I gotta move around really quickly. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, my apologies, my apologies. So, um, I'm seeing a particular people how they moving out here. I'm asking questions. Like y'all drive. They're like, yeah, me, my brothers, my other brothers, we just went up to Los Angeles. We bought brand new Benzes. We put them on this app. This is how they running a whole entire operation. I'm like, okay, wow. We see them in the parking lot. I'm telling you, like 10 deep in a car, all with their phones up doing DoorDash. I'm like, this is really, really unusual. They got the whole entire parking lot to the capacity. And each car, they pulling up. It started making me feel like we was in danger. How they was pulling up on the east side. We watched them for like 3 or 4 days doing this. Caught my attention. I said, something is not right about this right here. Something does not feel right. Then I seen that they had thwarted a New Year's Eve terrorist attack out here with these same people that I'm talking about. I noticed that they drive recklessly. I noticed that, the ones that unalive them people on the freeway, they got their license and approval from out here in California. I know that. Both of them. I've been paying attention to how they swerve and drive on purpose in front of people, right? But today, we driving, and in California, you can make a right turn on a red light as long as the traffic is clear. So cars are just moving and turning, of course they yield and turning, make a right turn on a red light. There's a car ahead, and then there's one in the middle, and then there's us. The car that's in the front makes his turn. There's no traffic coming. The second car that's in front of us speeds up. There's no traffic coming. Get ready to make the right turn. Right in the right turn, he smashes on the brake. Boom! We hit the back. Now, there is a law out in California that or maybe everywhere. I'm not too for sure. But if you smack somebody or rear end them from the back, you automatically at fault. Doesn't matter if they braked in front of you. Doesn't matter if it was done deliberately. Does not matter any of that. If you smack a person from the back, automatically at fault. This cat, we just got the car out of the shop. This dude jumps out of the car, and the very first thing is not, "Are you guys okay? Oh my God, and I'm okay." It's like, the law out here is if you hit anybody from the back, you're at fault. That was the very first thing on this man's mouth. We said, we literally deliberately seen you accelerate after the first car went. You accelerated to go and make a right, and right in the middle of the intersection, you slam on brakes. The reason why all of this is transpiring, the reason why the attacks have been against, because they've been against our vehicle. Vehicle represents movement. And the enemy hates that we have come into this territory to create movement. So he has been trying. The weapon will form, but it will not prosper. He has been trying, okay, to come for us. I didn't even tell all the hospital and doctor's visits we have had to have in the last 2 weeks. From vomiting from the front and the back, just out of the clear blue. Some other health stuff came up that was totally unexpected, but still thanking God that we were able to address it, find out what it is, and working on it. It has been a lot. But the number one goal of the enemy is to stop the movement. If I could stop you, then I stop the people that you're going to help. I stop the people that you have come to free from my clutches. I stop the people that I have had in fetters of chains and iron for generations. If I stop you, then I'll stop your movement. And this stuff with the vehicle, I mean, it's just so much. And I'm limited to all I can share in detail. But hopefully you understand from there. Because when I reached out, okay, I asked the Most High, like, why is all of this happening? Please make this make sense, because this makes no sense. These regional territorial spirits out here that is running rampant, because you have enlightened my eyes to see what's really going on, and I'm enlightening other people. It don't really be no sweat when you enlightening your own self. You get warfare, but when you start enlightening other people on another level, you get another level of warfare. And seriously, we have been in the fire, literally, because we decided to help. Because we decided, and this is for anybody, we have reached out on behalf of many people in times past, and we always will. Even if I can't help, you're going to see that I tried. You're going to know that you were not alone, that somebody took the time out to care enough to ask. You're going to know that. regardless. I'll take the heat. I'll take the criticism, the critique. I'll take that, but you're gonna know that somebody got in the fight and believed with you. And then me having that type of posture, my heart posture, and getting in a situation like that, because I sow these seeds a lot. I sow random acts of kindness seeds a lot. I help everybody, anybody. Sometimes I help too much. Sometimes I get myself in trouble helping the wrong people, but I help everybody. I don't discriminate against anybody. And when it comes to my people, I really help y'all. I just have a heart that helps everybody, but a compassionate heart to want to see my people do better. I go the extra mile. I will put other people before I put myself. And so when I came to the very people that I would cut a limb off for to help you stop your bleeding, had an issue helping me, it was very, very, very traumatic. I don't think people that ought to be a book, because I don't think people that does not have the heart to help everybody, give to everybody, just really be a servant. No strings attached. You don't owe me nothing in return. If you ever see me thirsty, give me a cup of water. All I'm asking for is the same measure of compassion. And to not get that from the people that you gave it to the greatest is devastating. Mentally, spiritually, it's devastating. And I learned a very valuable lesson for that. It was necessary. I needed to see who just cannot go any further with me. No bad blood, no hard feelings. I needed to see that. So I'm not sobbing over it. My heart is still healing. It was broken because I never come to this here internet and ask anybody for anything. I believe that it is better to give than it is to receive. It does something to me to be able to change somebody's mind, to be able to change somebody's life, to be able to change somebody's finances. It does something to me. There's no reward in this earth that can make you feel the love that you have for people to help people. When we pass out meals to the homeless people, when we just wanted, hey, today might be a hard day, but let me give you a hug. I don't care what condition you're in. The feeling that comes from that is undescribable, literally. So there's a spiritual reward when it comes to me helping people. I don't look for nothing in return except the same compassion. If not for me, I may never need it, but that you would pay it forward to somebody who do. That's it. And to not get that was very, very devastating. So we need to get this situation handled because we need our vehicle. Okay? We can't make movement without our vehicle. And because I'm not going to ask anybody, I'm not going to beg. If God don't put it on your heart, then it is what it is. But I'm not going to ask or beg. I just know that God knows exactly what I need. and he knows exactly what's going on. Okay? We need to be able to move around out here in California. We need to be able to handle business, be safe, found a spot for the individual, um, had to go through a lot. Couldn't even put it in nobody's that's related's name to find the spot. But we did. But now we dealing with up. Let me take that off because I didn't even see my license plate number on there. Um, Let me see something. All right. See if I can share this again. Okay. A situation that is at hand, and that is the reason why I pulled something out of the vault. Okay. I'm not going to ask anybody, hey, you want to help me? No. What I'm going to ask is, will you let me help you? Okay. Will you let me help you? And this is only for a limited amount of people, small number of people. I have a situation that is urgent, and I mean, it's urgent, urgent. So if ands and buts about it. But I also got something that will, I can't even block out his stuff. Let me show you this one. Okay. Because this tag is right there. So we have a deductible. Have to get that taken care of. And because I'm not begging, I'm not a beggart, and that ain't no shade against anybody who has to use that means. If you have to use that means, then by all means necessary. There are some good people in the world, but my experience with it has just, I will never give a person an opportunity to just hurt my heart like that. And especially if I have assets that I can barter. So I took this one out the vault and I'm about to get up out of here in just like 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. I didn't want to be here long. I wanted to keep it short, sweet, straight to the beat so that people know. When we had a situation with trying to get the car out of the shop, there were people who made statements that were very negative and very hurtful. To have people around you like that, to the fact of, oh, person with your type of income, I thought I'd never see them asking for help. It's like, well, you being a believer, you must ain't read your word because it says there's a time and a season for everything. There is a time to reap, and there's a time to sow. There's a time to dig up, and then there's a time to stay still. It's a time to laugh and a time to cry. It's a time for everything. Ain't nobody exempt from ever needing help, and that was very hurtful. To even have somebody in my sphere of influence that thought that way. There were people who were gloating off of the fact that I needed to come and ask my cousins, hey, can I call on you? Okay, so I'm not doing that here. For, I say 10 people, 10 of y'all, what I'm willing to do is help you, barter with you. Okay, I had some opportunities that I presented on the last live that are challenges that will help you get your money up, help you get your credit score up, just several things. But this one particularly is I show you how to get $250,000 in funding first for yourself, regardless of your credit score. Okay, we're gonna get that together. Together, we're gonna get it together, and then you're going to go after $250,000 in funding, guaranteed from my bank reps and funding managers. Okay, we're gonna get you $250,000 first, and then we're going to show you how to start that or turn that into a funding company where you use AI tools and leverage other people to do the work for you. Okay, you literally have to show up maybe 1 or 2 hours out of the week to just check in on folks. How things going? You might have to, get on a phone call with them, say this is the direction that we're heading. I got 5 sales last week. I'm looking to do 10, just minor stuff, okay, maintenance work. But I will show you how to start your own funding company. It is a requirement that you get the money first so that you know exactly how to help them get the money. And then we give you clients, okay, leads that will help you get your first 2 paying clients. Say your first, first 5 people, charge them anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000. But then after that, you can go anywhere, and it's really a percentage-based funding company. You do not have to have no skills. You don't have to have no, uh, you know, uh, no experience. You don't have to have no brick and mortar. You don't have to have any of that. All of this is done online. Okay. We will help you start making what you want to make and what you want to get paid. If you want to just work with one person per month, one client per month, and just get $10,000 off that client. Okay, but it really is a percentage base. You can charge a flat rate, but it's a percentage base. Some of my clients say, look, I want to get paid up front, and this is my upfront fee for me to get them funded. No matter the limit of the funding that I get, this is my upfront fee, 5,000, for me to work with you and go get you funded from several different lenders that I'm in partnership with. Some people say this is percentage based. If I go get you $1 million in funding, my 10% would be 100,000 of that million, because I'm the one getting you approved. I get paid off the top, so it ain't no running off with my money. No, you pay my invoice with the credit cards that I just got you approved for, using the digital card. Okay, so it's all set up, all contractual, and this is really an easy way for you to do easily 20K to 50K every single month, even 100K. It just depends on how many people you're willing to work with, each month. And it's a simple process. You ain't doing nothing but qualifying people to be approved. You have a relationship with the lenders. So the lenders off tops, they have already told you if they have this score, they don't have this many inquiries, they at least projected making this much a year, then I can definitely get them approved for $250,000. So you have bank reps, you have um, all of the sauce. Well, who's going to do the funding? We show you how to do funding stacking, meaning you go get Amex for 75,000, go get Goldman Sachs for 100,000. That's 175,000. You go hit up Navy for 75,000. Go hit up Lightstream for 75,000. Okay, so now from each 75,000, that's 7,500 for you. This is how you make 20K. This off of one client. Imagine if you had five. If you went and got one client approved for 300,000, then that is a 30,000 payday just for you on one client. If you did funding stacking, so I show you how to do funding stacking. You can have this up and running. You have your first client, paying client in the first 30 days. Okay? We're going to make sure that you get funded first. Wherever your credit is, whatever method we have to use, whether it's an aggressive method, whether it is, everything's going to include consumer law, whether it is a sweep, whether it is a data breach, doesn't matter. We're going to make sure we get your credit profile looking the way that it needs to be looking so that you can get the funding first. You're going to need the funding first so that you can make these relationships with these bank rep managers and these lending specialists. Okay? We're going to show you what to do with your money to get passive income. And then we're going to show you how to turn it up a notch. Take all the info that you've learned, that we've done for you, and turn that into a funding business. This is the fastest way to hit millionaire status. The fastest way to hit millionaire status is to work smarter and not harder. If you help people get money, you'll never run out of it. So this is beyond becoming the bank, getting the trust and all of that stuff. We can definitely go over that because you're going to want to learn how to protect your assets and also how to live tax-free off the money that you're making by investing in the right assets. But I will guarantee you $250,000 in funding, whether we get it in one walk or we do credit stacking with you. We take that, we turn that into a funding company. Okay, this is a 4-month mentorship because we get your credit where it needs to be. If it's where it needs to be, I got a play right now that you will get approved for $2,500 regardless of your credit score. Okay, this is a fintech. Anybody, everybody get approved. $2,500 off the bat, up to $5,000 off the bat. $2,500 up to $5,000 off the bat, regardless of your credit. Highest looking, regardless of your credit. Okay. I would demonstrate, but I have to put people's personal information in, and I'm not going to do that openly. But I got the sauce on that. I got a lot of sauce on where the money is at. And the only way I know how to fight back in whatever I'm going through, the only way I know how to fight back is you touch my money, then I tell other people how to get more of yours. I'm like the mafia. You hit me, I hit you back. And I'm the woman for the job eventually because God allows and is allowing this to happen. Not to punish me, but to prepare me. And I'm the woman for the job. So if y'all want to know how to go get you some funding so you change the way you live, give yourself some freedom that you deserve, learn how to run a 7-figure business from the house, not even spending no more than an hour or two a week just maintaining, managing, overseeing that operations are operating. You can have somebody that you pay $5 an hour working the leads for you in the whole 9 yards, picking up the phone. Everything is automated pretty much. Hey, I can get you approved for funding. See if you qualify. They put their information in a system. The system tells you, hey, we found a match. We found 5 matches. We can give 5,000. We can give 50,000. We can give 500,000. We can approve for 200,000. Okay. We was just on a call, and this is what people were getting funded for, straight up. Because receipts, okay, don't lie. Men do, but not receipts. Let me show y'all. And I have over 40 places that you can go and get pre-approved, approved without ever, hitting your credit, because there's a hack to make sure that it does not hit your credit. I cannot share it openly, of course. It's a hack, right? But you can go get that and never even see a hard inquiry hit your credit report, because there's a hack around that. But congrats, you're pre-approved for 30,000. Okay? You're pre-approved for 7,500. That would have been a $750 type of situation. That only literally took 1 minute, and they had $750 if you running a play like that. Okay, the 20,000 would have been 2,000. It would have had $2,750. Okay, 50,000. That would have been 5,000. They would have been at $7,750 in one, not even in an hour, in 1 minute. Okay? But you start getting approvals like this. We'll give you 5,000 and 200,000 on that one from this lender. We'll give you 5,000 and 500,000 on this lender. We'll give you 5,000 up to 5 million for equipment financing on this lender. Okay. And there's a lot more receipts where those come from. So I am looking for 10 of y'all, okay? Because I have some urgent things that need to be done, and they need to be done speedily. And I'm not begging anybody. I'm literally saying, let me help you go get you some money. Let me help you change your financial future. Let me help you change your financial forecast. Let me show you where it's at. Let me show you how to get it, so you get more than what you bargained for. You get more than what you paid for. Okay? For 10 people, I will allow you, this is 4 months worth of work. Okay? You get live calls. You know exactly what to do. You get every plug to improve your credit score. Okay? Fast, rapidly. We do it fast. We do it rapidly. Okay? I'm going to help you get $250,000 in funding first. And then I'm going to show you how to pay yourself $5,000 to $10,000 per person by helping them get funded. I'm gonna give you all the sauce, all the connections, all the plugs for just 10 of y'all. And I've already explained why I'm doing this. If you missed what's the reason, what's going on, what's the urgency, okay? Hello, Ms. Tawana, you had a program on dealing with student loans. Do you still have it? I do. Yes, I do. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to blow that up real big. Okay. Situation at hand. I'm not begging anybody. I'm not going to put myself in a position to get my heart broken. Okay. I'm a big girl. I got assets. Okay. I got assets. I have it like this because I don't want my license plate shown all over social media. But that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. This is an irresistible offer. And it's only for those who ready to go, ready to change their financial forecast. I just showed y'all. If I don't know how to do anything else, I know how to get money. I don't have a getting money problem. My warfare has been with these demonic systems where I have showed y'all what they have done, trying to literally just financial terrorism. I don't know any other word for it. Literally. Oh, you want to help people get money? Okay, you're helping people, educating people to get out of poverty. You're teaching them our secrets. They're called wealth secrets for a reason. We charge you hundreds of thousands of dollars and you taking our information and literally just giving it away. Okay. And you're doing it on our platforms, right in our faces. Okay. So it's been real. But this one has come out of the vault. Okay. I have a 911 and there's other people that got 911s. With their 911 emergency, they need money. What my 911 emergency is, I need my vehicle to be able to be operable so I can move around and do what I need to do and get this person to their safe destiny that we have worked a month and a half out here to make happen and still be able to maintain that we have to live out here while we're doing this. That's it. So here's what this offer included is only for 10 people. It is straight out of the vault. I would normally charge $10,000 for you to get in this program. For me to give you access to lenders, bank reps, for me to give you access to funding specialists, for me to get after with you, not you by yourself, with you, $250,000 in funding for yourself on your own, and then turn around and start you a funding company with no experience, no tech skills needed, no degree, okay, no LLC, EIN. Of course, when you start making the right amount of money, you're going to have to go get yourself together and structure yourself properly, okay? We show you AI automations to give you the plug, hook you up, and then give you your first 2 clients that will pay you either percentage based, as I explained. If you do percentage based, that's what I do. I charge people up front and on the back end. I just went straight down the middle. Instead of me charging you $5,000 up front, $10,000 up front, you can give me $2,500 on the front end, and then after I get you funded, because I am going to get you funded. I am going to get you funded. Ain't no if. I am going to get you funded. Why? Because I got a percentage tied up into that. And I'm not going to go get you no little funding. I get you $250,000 in funding. That is a $25,000 payday for me. $250,000 is not hard. I just showed y'all $50,000 pre-qualified, $20,000. I didn't show y'all $220,000. One of my clients approved for on an Amex card. I didn't show y'all $300,000. If I don't know nothing else, I know where to go get money. And as long as you can help people get money, you'll never be broke. So I will show you and set you up and structure you the right way to have your own funding company. This is a $1 million industry. And if you give yourself 12 months, you'll make your first $1 million, hands down. With the automations and everything in play, you'll have more than enough time freedom, mind freedom, money freedom, okay, to do whatever it is that you desire to do. You will not have to trade your time for money at all. You will spend about 4 to 6 hours per month just maintaining and making sure everybody doing what they're doing, collecting leads, getting leads, closing them, finding the funds for them, using your system, using your resources, using your connections. That's it, okay? I'm going to let 10 people get in for just $9.97. I'm going to guarantee that we give you, or we get you, not we give you, we get you $250,000 in funding first. Once you got that, then it's up from there. It's all about scale. We don't want you starting something that has not been done for you. You don't know if it works for you. We're not getting everybody else money and leaving you out, okay? It's a nice way to get money, say, hey, I'm not going after funding and I'll just charge you to do the funding for you. It is a simple setup. When I tell you, you can be set up in a day, literally, and start getting people in, okay? But we're going to go for you first. We're going to get you together and get you the funding first. Because that's only right, you first. And then you have $250,000 to work with. You're not loaning anybody none of your $250,000. So you're not starting a bank. You're starting a funding company, a business where you help other people get money. That's it. They can go to your system. We will help you build an app that will collect their information safely. You will control the app. They put their information in there. Say, for instance, you want them to put in their name, their date of birth, how much they make a year, and the last four of their social. You don't even need the whole social. And now you start seeing we can approve from 5,000 to 200,000, from 5,000 to 500,000, from 5,000 to 5 million. Which one do they want to take? You pick up the phone. Hey, I got you these 4 different offers. Which one would you like to take? All of them would you like to take? Okay, you want to take all of them. The monthly payment on them is going to be $500 a month. But I'm going to show you how to take this money that they're going to approve you for and at least pay 2 years, up to 2 years worth of payments. If it costs $18,000 and you got approved for $50,000, you still got $18,000. You got approved. You still got $22,000. Okay. You're going to pay me my $5,000 up front. You still got $17,000. These are the things you can go do with that $17,000 to start generating you income to come back in. So now you have positive cash flow coming in. So we teach you how to talk to your clients. You don't use debt to go pay debt. That's not the right way. You leverage debt to go buy assets, bringing you in cash flow, so you're not spending money or straining your stream of income that you have. And then rinse, wash, and repeat. Do you know how many people are waiting for you to show up? You know how many realtors need money? How many brokers? How many real estate agents? How many tax preparers? How many small business owners? How many regular smuggler people need money? If you need money, then you won. Include yourself. Everybody needs money. It's an evergreen business. It never goes out, never goes out of style. Ain't no recession, don't take no breaks. It ain't put on no pause. Everybody need money, and everybody need money every day. It literally is $1 million play. Okay, I'm only gonna allow 10 people to get in. You want to make your first million? Let me show you how. Okay, this is the way, the only way. Outside of real estate, you probably don't make on one property $1 million in the first year. Your property might do that, but you probably will not touch $1 million. When your property touches $1 million, you have expenses, and then you kick yourself for some of that pay for your own personal pay. But you don't see $1 million in the first year. Funding is totally different. Help people get money, you'll never have a money problem. And everybody, yellow, purple, black, or white, needs money. So because of my situation and because of your situation, if you're tired of money being a problem, then let me help you. First and foremost, guaranteed. Okay? I want to make it so irresistible. There's nothing that will tell you, nah, I don't think I want to make it so irresistible that you'd be a fool to pass it over. If you want to make more money into or have more money, okay? If you want to have more money in 2026, if you want to have more money in the next 30 days, if you want to have more money and continuously have more money than you have ever had, then this one's for you. Okay? Information is on the screen as well as the description of this video. I'm going to go ahead and leave it short, sweet, straight to the beat, like I promised. I thank you for your time. Okay? If this ain't for you, tell somebody. We can help each other together. They'll be helping me. I'll be helping them. I don't have a problem. If everybody is rich and they don't need no money, then this ain't for you. But share it with somebody because it may be for somebody that you know. But if you're ready to change your financial forecast and you want to know how people are doing it without having to have 50,000 million businesses, you don't need 50,000 million businesses. You need the right idea, the right setup, the right systems. And that is what equals scale. I am pulling this one out the vault. I don't teach nobody none of this stuff. Okay? I don't teach nobody none of this stuff. I've done it for clients, and that's about it. But I am pulling this out the vault. Since the enemy keeps trying to come for me, I'm going to come back. And this is my comeback. All right, with that being said, if you are over here on Instagram, you're interested, okay? And go ahead and hit my DM. You cannot see the information that I'm telling them, that the information on screen. You can't see it over here, unfortunately, but I can DM it to you and you have the information, okay? That being said, keep me up in prayer. I'll keep y'all up in prayer. Keep me up in prayer, okay? And I will see you guys on the next time.